Welcome back, learners. In today's class, we are diving into the fascinating underwater world of a tiny yet extraordinary creature that is Branchiostoma, also known as Amphioxus. This tiny jawless marine animal may look simply, but its filter feeding mechanism is a marvel of nature's engineering and gives us valuable cues about how feeding evolved in the early chordates. Branchiostoma is a microphagous feeder. Its diet are nutritious sea soup made up of protozoans, algae, diatoms, and tiny organic particles floating in seawater. To make things easy and exciting, we will break down the feeding process in Branchiostoma in a pointwise and visual rich approach. So get ready to follow the food trail from the vortex created at the mouth to the sticky traps in the pharynx and finally into the digestive system. Trust me, this journey through the body of a landslide more thrilling than it sounds. Number one, there is type of feeding. Branchiostoma is a filter feeder. It filters food particles from the stream of water entering its pharyngeal cavity. This is the diagram showing the digestive system of Branchiostoma. This is a schematic representation of the feeding current through the gut. The arrows indicate here the direction of movement of the food cord. Now we'll go through the role of the wheel organ and buccal cilia. The wheel organ creates a vortex to draw water in. It helps to the inflow of water into the body. Buccal cilia bend to form a sieve, preventing large particles from entering. Sensory papilla on buccal cilia and velar tentacles act as chemoreceptors to taste the nature and size of food particles. How rejection of harmful food occurs in Branchiostoma. If food is too large or toxic, it is expelled by forcefully pushing out water through the pharyngeal cavity. The velum controls the flow of water into the pharynx. Now we'll study role of pharynx. The pharynx is the main site for food collection. Most water passes out into the atrium via the gill slits. Cilia on the gill buds beat to maintain a continuous water current, drawing fresh water in through the mouth. Fifth, trapping of food particles. Due to gravity, food particles settle on the floor of the pharynx. These are trapped in mucus secreted by endostyle cells. Now I will go how transportation of food occurs in Branchiostoma. Cilia in the endostyle and gill buds push the mucus with food particles upward. Food is directed to the epipharyngeal groove via peripharyngeal ciliated tracts, and the cilia in the epipharyngeal groove push the food backward. Now we'll study how formation of food cord occurs. Food cord secretion from the endostyle turn mucus and food into a cord-like structure, which is called a food cord. Then the food cord moves through the esophagus into the hepatic diverticulum and midgut. What is the digestion process? How the digestion occurs in Branchiostoma? Digestion is both intracellular, that occurs within cell, and it may be extracellular. Intracellular digestion occurs in the hepatic diverticula like in amoeba or hydra, but extracellular digestion occurs within the midgut. And there, hepatic diverticulum cells contain zymogen granules and perform phagocytosis, which means engulf of food particles. Digestive enzymes include amylase, lipase, and protease. Food absorption and waste removal. Digested food is absorbed in the hindgut. Undigested food is expelled through the anus. In the ileocolon ring, cilia rotate the food cord for better mixing and movement. Nervous control of feeding. Exact control of ciliary movement is not well understood. Like controlled by afferent and efferent nerve fibers in the atrium, the rate of water current depends on ciliary beating and contraction or dilation of water inlets and outlets. If toxic substances are detected, the arteriopore closes and the water is expelled by contraction of the pterygial muscles. After enough food is collected, feeding temporarily stops until digestion process is complete. So to wrap up today's journey, we saw how Branchiostoma, a jawless seemingly simple marine animal, uses a highly coordinated filter feeding system involving cilia, mucus and sensory epithelium and muscular control. From creating water currents with the wheel organ to trapping food in mucous cords and even digesting it both inside and outside its cells, these tiny creatures shows us how brilliant and efficient nature can be, even in the most primitive chordates. Understanding this feeding mechanism does not just satisfy curiosity, it gives us evolutionary insights into how more complex chordates, including vertebrates, might have evolved their own feeding strategies. If you found this explanation helpful, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more such biology breakdowns. And if you have any question or doubts, drop them in the comments. I will be happy to help you. See you in next class. Until then, keep exploring biology. Bye.